answer all of your real estate questions. I'm ready to explore the exciting world of real estate. So let's talk about it. You can reach me at 804-400-0456.
No, it's good, but I like to kind of prepare. All right, welcome, Jason Butler. Let's start here, Jason. Let's tell us who you are. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. So Jason Butler, born and raised here in Chesterfield, Virginia. Grew up in the area, played baseball, basketball, football, been a big sports guy my whole life. Married Savannah Butler for like 15 years now.
She is awesome, by the way.
We have 2 kids. My son Cole's 14, daughter Ella's 10. Again, like I said, I was a big baseball guy growing up. So I played at Ferrum College, 4 years at Ferrum. We won a couple of conference championships there. After that, kind of going into the youth sports world, and just it's been youth sports just been a passion of mine my whole life, and now I played it my whole life, and now giving back to my kids in the community.
I like it. So that's kind of what sparked your passion, is the fact that you played, sports all of your life, and now you are coaching your
Absolutely.
son and daughter. Tell us about that.
Correct. Yeah. So my son started playing when he was about 5. Again, he did the baseball, basketball, football. Coached him all the way through now till 8th grade, and now he's kind of went on into the JV world, and he's in good hands there. But now I currently coach my daughter's 10U travel softball team. So
Awesome.
Just always a huge passion for sports, and obviously my dad coached me growing up, so I learned a lot of values and instilling that. And obviously you learn more about life in general through sports. So it's not just about the game, so just teaching them life skills that they can take home with them forever. So it's just always been my calling and passion, so I love doing it.
That's awesome. So how did you start Under the Lights? Like, how'd you start?
Yeah, so funny story. So when I got out of college, I was with Nationwide Insurance actually for 12 plus years. COVID hit. My job got eliminated during COVID.
Yep.
So that summer of 2020, I got laid off from COVID. Again, being in the youth sports world, coaching my kids, the opportunity came about with Under the Lights, because actually a friend of mine that was down in Florida, she had recommended that I look into it because it was big down there at the time, but we didn't have it here in Virginia. So that August of 2020, the opportunity came about, and Savannah and I talked about it, and it was like, I think this would be a great opportunity. It was something different because it's a national platform, and the kids can go play on a national platform in the National League. So just thought it'd be cool. So we kind of went all in during COVID, and just really trusted and believed that this was what I was meant to be, and it was my calling to do that. So we kind of went all in that fall of COVID, when COVID hit, and really nothing was going on.
I was gonna say, like,
tackle football got canceled, like all
Yeah.
sports got canceled, but they're still allowing flag because it's a non-contact sport. So like flag was just a good opportunity to kind of give the kids something to do during that crazy time where a lot of people are staying indoors. So
Awesome. And so 2020, your pandemic affected all of us, of course. How many people did you have? How many kids did
it's
you
funny
have?
you said. So like when we started, like the first year, obviously it's COVID. It's like, we're gonna have one kid, or we're gonna have we really didn't know what it was gonna do. Like the goal going into the first year, like when you start a new Under the Lights league, is 85 kids. We ended up getting 117.
Really?
Athletes.
In COVID?
Yeah, during COVID. Yeah, it was pretty cool. So
And how'd you do that?
I mean, it was a lot of, we promoted, and I think, again, the relationships that I had built through the years, like with, through organizations and coaches that, I was affiliated with, coaching with my son or with my daughter or against them.
Cool.
So just a lot of relationship building, and, really just, we went out and we promoted a lot for about a month or 2, and got the kids signed up and really just pushing it. And I think a lot of people really just wanted an outlet, at that time, just to get out and keep their kids active.
Yeah,
So it was just a great opportunity for them.
I think a lot of parents wanted
Yeah,
that.
yeah, exactly.
Get the kids out there.
Yeah, so it was great. It was a great first season. Like,
Yeah.
so we're rated 117 kids.
117. So let's fast forward to 2024. How many kids did you guys have this past
So
spring?
things have changed a little bit. So this spring we were blessed. We had over 700 kids in the spring.
Jeez.
Yeah, so I just kind of backtrack. We went, so spring of 2022, we're at 285 kids. Spring of 23, we're at 500 kids. And then this past spring, we eclipsed 700. So definitely been blessed. The league's been growing tremendously. I think we'll hit on it, but we're introducing the girls side of it. So we're, excited to continue to see the growth for sure.
So definitely, I had read in your bio on your website that you guys just launched the girls division.
Yes.
You know I love my girls.
Yes, me too,
So
me too,
so
me
I'm
too.
excited about that. Tell us about the
Yeah,
girls.
absolutely. So I mean, obviously, yeah, having a daughter, it's
Yes.
important to me, and now that my son's kind of aged out and stuff like that, and now that I'm coaching my daughter's thing, and it's a big push. I mean, if you don't know, girls flag is coming. It's big down south. Like it's already in high schools. It's already in some colleges. So it's definitely the future, I think, of kind of flag football, and as far as adding the girls. So we started the girls in the fall. But right now we're doing 3rd through 5th grade and then middle school. So this past fall we had close to 40 girls.
Really?
The first season, which was, I mean,
That's super
we
cool.
didn't know, we're just kicking it off, and you got to start somewhere. So, and we're already seeing this spring, like registration's open right now.
Yeah.
And we're looking like we're probably going to double what we had in the
That's
fall.
awesome.
So super excited about that.
That's awesome. And just waiting for a few years because when girls get involved and stuff.
Oh it just blows up. So
yes.
I mean, and it's funny. Like now, just small. Like we had, we had softball players, we had cheerleaders, we
Really?
had swimmers, we got girls that ride horse, like just anything.
That's
like
super cool.
If the
I
girls
love
want
that.
to do something different, it's something that they can do, and they're not competing, against the boys and stuff like that. So from a comfortability standpoint, they they feel good about that.
So I also read on your website that you have kids from pre-K to 8th grade.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It's something about a little 5-year-old playing any sport. I just think it's the cutest thing in the world.
It's funny you say that because, like, literally, like, you ask my wife, like, when we go to the games, like, on Friday nights in the spring and Sunday, like, we love watching the
little ones.
Because, like, they're
so
like,
cute.
it's like, they're so little, and, like, their shorts are, like, down to their ankles, and, we'll have it where they're running down, and, like, sometimes their shorts may, go down, like, whatever. So it's so funny. Like, we, like, literally, like, Savannah and I, like, will always migrate to watching the little kids. Because they always play, like, the first set of games, so we go, and they're so cute, and, like, when they score, like, they're going nuts, grandma's going nuts, and it's a cool experience, like, to see. I mean, it's just, that is more like, the coach plays quarterback, so it's more, getting them just to line up, go in the right direction, have fun, and just learning kind of the fundamentals of it. But, like, they could care less about the score. Like, it's just such a fun, it's a good way to kind of, like, set the tone for the night, because, like, the little ones play first and then the older kids play later. So we really, really love, and, like, we branched out and started the pre-K because, like, when I first started, we started at kindergarten and we just added the pre-K. So I mean, it's like your point, you hit it spot on. It's just cool. It's just adorable to watch them run around and play. It is
adorable. I can remember when my son was playing football when he was a little one, and he would run down the opposite. I mean, the other, and we're like, the other way.
It happens all the time. Like the quarterback, the parent will hand it off to the little kid, and then he starts running. And the whole complex is like, no,
the other way.
And then they're running around in circles and all that stuff. So
they just keep running.
They just keep, even when their flag's pulled, they just keep on going.
It's the cutest thing in the world. So I'm so glad. So let's talk about, and I also read on your website that you have all skill levels, so you don't have to be, you don't
have to be the superstar,
to play,
star.
but you give all the kids the opportunity to play.
Correct, absolutely.
Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, so I mean, it is for all skill levels. I will say we've grown, again, going from 100 kids to 700 kids, we are pretty competitive.
Yes,
So you have your really competitive teams, and you kind of have, like, your teams that are, maybe neighborhood kids that like to play together. Then you do have your true beginner kids. So it is for all skill levels, but like we tell everybody, it is for everybody, but we do, like, set the expectation that since you can bring your own team, so, like, if your kid wanted to come and he's got 9 other friends that are really, really good, then that team's probably going to be pretty competitive.
Okay. Gotcha.
So that's why we try to say, like, there may be some teams where, if you're individual sign up and stuff like that, like, you're still going to play. And to your point, like, we do small roster sizes, which I think is huge. So, like, we limit every team 9 to 12 players max.
I like that.
And 6 play at a time. So playing time should, like, when I have the meetings with the coaches at the beginning of the year, I was like, the last complaint I should ever get is about playing time. Because it's like, we see, like, just through experience, like, there's some teams that have, like, 30 kids on a flag team. And by the time the game's over, and it's like, how are you going to play 30 kids?
Yeah.
It's tough, right?
Yeah.
So, like, we do this, the small roster size is essentially for playing time and making sure every single kid gets the opportunity that they deserve, no matter what their skill level is. So everybody's going to play every game, and
I love that. So no one feels left out.
No,
Everybody gets, And I love the fact that, this is not about just just playing the game. This is about confidence building
Yes,
too.
absolutely.
Because at the end of the day, like, they're our future,
Yeah,
and we
yeah,
need to
100%.
we need to build them up.
And like I said, even if it's not on the field, it's just like, off the field and
on
just,
and off the field.
adversity, winning, losing, just everything that we can teach. And it's more intimate where you have 2 or 3 coaches with only 9 kids. They get so much more,
good.
so much more attention and that focus
So
that every
good.
kid needs. So.
I love that. I love that. So why should someone choose this organization for their children? I mean, you mentioned a couple of things, smaller roster sizes. We talked about that. You said flag belts are provided to the league and the game only. No team sponsors. Talk about that. Why no team sponsors?
Yeah, so that, like I said, it goes back to the whole fact of like where you can bring your own teams, right? So we get it to where like, sometimes you got to be segmented to like you go to this school zone, so you got to play with this specific team.
Oh, okay,
So like this gives like, so we partner with different organizations because they like that they can bring their teams to Under the Lights and all their kids can stay together.
Okay.
So if you have like an organization with like 100 and some kids, but they don't provide flag in the spring, you can bring all those kids to our leagues and we'll make sure they stay together. So that's the biggest thing. So like the roster sizes is what people really like as far as the playing time. And then the other thing is we form teams not based off team sponsors or team location. It's based off coach requests and friend requests first.
Okay.
So like again, if you have 10 kids in your neighborhood you want to play with, from a comfortability standpoint, and you're going to have fun because you know everybody, we keep those kids together so they can play together. So again, coach and friend request first, and then if you're an individual sign up, then we'll place you, on a team that may have 5 or 6 kids, and then we'll fill in up to that 9 or 12. So that's another huge benefit. It's just again the culture piece of it and letting friends play with friends and teams play with teams. Like it just helps with like the morale and the comfortability and everybody just having fun.
Yeah. So your registration, what does one get with their registration?
Yeah, so I mean you get it provided obviously the uniforms. We're actually we haven't announced this yet, but it's coming. We are changing the look of our uniforms. So we're going to go to the sublation. That's kind of the cool 7-on-7 look. It's not going to be this year, but it is coming. So you get the free uniform. We provide all the flag belts for the games. Each team gets a game ball. We provide the coaches with everything they need from a practice cones, agility stuff, footballs, whatever they need. So it's pretty much anything. Like I tell people, you bring your cleats and your mouth guard, and then we take care of everything else.
Take care of everything else. I like that. Yeah. I know you have a lot going on right now.
Yeah.
Like you do a lot, and I love that. Yeah. What are your goals for 2025 for this year?
Yeah, so we got some big things. I know some people may have seen it or may not, but so obviously Under the Lights is, we're gonna still have our spring and summer league, and super excited about that, the growth and the girls and adding that. The good thing is, backtrack to early 2024, we got acquired by Unrivaled Sports, which is going to create a ton of opportunity for the kids in our league. If you don't know, so Josh Harris, who just took over the Commanders, he's the owner of the Commanders. He is the owner of Unrivaled Sports. So obviously, this guy's a billionaire.
Wow.
You see what he did with the Commanders in 1 year.
That is awesome.
So to have him as our leader. So with that being said, I just accepted a position early in this year in 2025 with All-American Flag. So All-American Flag is a part of Unrivaled. So we're all in the same family. So All-American Flag and Under the Lights is in the same. So
awesome.
So with that being said, like the kids that are in our league, All-American Flag is open to everybody. I should say that. But the kids that are in our league, like they'll have the opportunity, if they're an elite player within our league, they can get selected to participate in an All-American event. So you not only will you have a team that can go play like in a national championship, but if you're an elite player, you can go play in an All-American games. And we're going to have them. We have 6 events that are coming this summer, all over the place, from Canton, Ohio to IMG down in Florida. We're going to Round Rock, Texas. We're going all over, so it's going to be a cool opportunity for the higher level, elite level kids that want to go play against like the best kids around the country. We're going to provide that opportunity as well as our local league. So super excited about that.
That is fantastic. Yeah. Super cool. So I'm gonna read. I read on your website your mission. Yes. So you have a mission, and it says we're on a mission to create unparalleled experiences that enrich athletes' lives. Our growing network of premier youth sports venues and programming enables athletes to develop the building blocks for success, both on and off the field, while creating memories that will last a lifetime. Talk about that.
Yeah,
really.
It's like bingo. Yes. That's exactly what we're trying to do. And I think, again, I've talked about it a little bit. Like, we know sports is more than just showing up on a Friday night and playing with your friends, like it's so much more value. Like me being an athlete and growing up through college, like a lot of the stuff that I instill like in the teams that I coach or with my leagues is stuff that I've learned, through my coaches and through playing sports. So just, we're a big focus on culture this year. I mean, obviously culture always wins. We're huge on that. Like when we show up to our events, like we want it to be that family feel where everybody's comfortable, the kids are comfortable, the kids are having fun. So like that's kind of the basis of like, you hear about like what's the differential between like Under the Lights. Like when you show up on a Friday night, it just feels like everybody's welcome. It's family. We have food trucks. We have Kona Ice. Like we have everything. We want everybody just to feel like welcome when they show up to the complex. And then kind of going off, they've added some with the Unrivaled Sports. Like there's so much more opportunity that's going to come other than just having our local league. Like I said, with the All-American flag, we're going to have like world championships that our teams can go play in. That's outside of Under the Lights. We're now connected with the AAU Junior Olympics. So like our teams, which this is kind of breaking, like this is a little breaking news. Like our teams that'll win our national championships and Under the Lights will get an automatic bid to go participate in the Junior Olympics now. So that's breaking news. I haven't released that to our league yet. So
you heard it right here on Real Estate Tracy, by the way.
Yeah, so that's gonna be new. So like I think the stuff that we've been doing to build our league over the last 4 years, like that stuff's gonna stay in place with the culture, communication, like those main things to be successful.
Super cool.
But with the Unrivaled Sports acquirement, 2024 is gonna open up so many more opportunities for our kids.
That is so. I mean, I love what you are doing with our, and I said again, the youth. I mean, they're our future.
Yeah.
And coaches are just so important.
Absolutely.
They really are. They're so important. There's a lot of things that sometimes kids don't get from home that they learn from their coach, and I just think it's just such an important position that you're doing. I just love what you're doing. How can people sign up? I mean, where can they find you?
Yeah, absolutely. So our registration for this spring for Under the Lights is open right now. If you go to uaflag.com, that's kind of our home for all the leagues, and then there's like a drop down where you just go to Virginia, and then you can find Richmond, and you'll find our page to register there, or social media. So we're Under the Lights Richmond on Facebook, and we're Under the Lights Richmond on Instagram. We have all the registration links and everything you want to know about the league there. And then as far as the All-American flag that's being put out, same thing. So if you go to footballyouth.com, you can go on there and see the 6 events that we have coming this summer. And we're having one in Williamsburg. So for our local folks, there is one close, which is nice. So everything for All-American flag will be there. And then again, we have Football Youth on Facebook and Football Youth on Instagram for those opportunities as well.
And let's just say someone had questions. They just wanted, to ask questions before signing up.
Yeah,
so how can they reach you?
Yeah, so just direct my email. So it's my first initial J, last name Butler, Butler @uaflag.com. So any questions that you have, feel free to shoot me an email and I'll get back to you right away.
And I'll put all of those in our comment section. Jason, this has been amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you for what you're doing. I love that your passion for the youth is just amazing. So thank you so much for that.
The champ is here!